What?
Have you ever played those super hard levels in Mario? Like those like mod games where they make the like levels insanely hard.
Oh yeah, like there's some in Super Mario Maker where like there's just thwomps. Like the walls are made of thwomps.
What the fuck's a womp?
No, the rock thing that falls down.
Why don't you say rock folly thingy? Call it by its proper God-given name.
Rock folly thingy.
Thank you. Its name is Kunta Kinte.
I don't listen to the radio.
What's that song in Final Fantasy 15?
Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's from Final Fantasy, right?
I think so.
That song is so overplayed.
I've redone all the branding and everything for the ROFLcast sites, and they're all updated and fixed and work on mobile and look pretty.
Oh.
And there's a song about you that I could play, Ray.
Oh.
Oh, God.
It's by Dan Mangan. It's called Robots. Because robots need love too.
That's fair.
They want to be loved by you. You're the robot.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Oh, man. I don't know if I can do a song right now. I'll prepare a song for next week, but let's... I called Kayla a Hitler apologist last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, isn't she?
Yeah, obviously.
I hate you people. Now I have that stupid song stuck in my head.
What, T-Pain's auto-tune?
No, the...
I don't subscribe to modern human music, so I don't know what
It's all
song that is.
garbage. It's all garbage.
The music of your era confuses me.
Of my era?
Yeah, I like to say things as if I'm a time traveler sometimes.
You are a time traveler.
Thank you.
You're either from really, really far in the future or really, really far in the past, but no one can tell.
Nice.
It's that point between like technology cycles where everything blends together, like a post-apocalypse, and everyone's like,
How do I use this box machine?
"What are these hands for that we have?"
So you start removing people's hands.
Back in my day.
Welcome everybody to a brand... the thing that I hate most about my nephew is that he's too young to realize all the amazing things I'm telling him. Like, I am giving him fucking comedic gold day in, day out while I look after him, and he is getting none of it. It is all lost on him. I hate it. When we have babies, will you allow them to talk to people of different races?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. That puts a
Will you?
negative amount. Obviously not. They can only talk to half white, half brown people. But that way we can ensure
already.
that way you can ensure that all their friends are beautiful. And like all the girls they'll be hooking up with are hot. Like you don't really gotta worry about it. Because we know one thing about half breeds is that they all turn out sexy.
What if you have a girl, though?
Not sexy. That's one of the biggest problems. Actually, this is true. Every half breed I've seen has been modicum, like they've been pretty beautiful. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
Okay, so like when we went to high school with somebody who was half Indian and half Indian, and you would expect that to create like this Aishwarya Rai meets Pocahontas beauty. It did not. It was. It was dot and feather, and it just created the worst mutant of all time.
You're so mean.
Was she your?
How
I think
have
she
you
was your friend,
survived
wasn't she?
that? No?
I think so.
What was her name? Oh, I guess.
I don't fucking know. If I knew it, I'd say it right now. She deserves to be shamed for being that ugly.
I know. I didn't know anybody who was like those two ethnicities.
She had short hair, and it like we created a circle around her head. It was it might have been a dude. Actually, you know what? if it was a dude, I actually have been a little harsh. He might have just going through his awkward years. But if it was a lady, holy Jesus, it was bad. It was noto bene. But that's
looks like a lady.
It's one of those things that I'm thankful happened to me. Like, I don't want to know people that ugly, but I like knowing that they exist because I'm like, you know, in my mind, I could just have sex with any fucking white chick and pop out a beautiful baby, but that's not true. It can go horribly wrong. And when it
go
goes
wrong.
wrong, it goes really wrong. Like, she was the only reason I knew what her ethnicity was because she was
She or he.
or he was so weird looking. I had to ask them one day. I'm like, what are you? And I meant like, what type? Are you like a mole person? Are you an alien? That's the question. Are you half manatee? But they answered Indian, and I was just real confused for about 2.5 years until I figured it out. And I was like, oh, that did not work out well.
You're just having nightmares for 2 years trying to figure this puzzle out.
But you know what? Maybe that's just the one mix that doesn't work. Black and white. Like every black girl that I've said I've fucked has been a halfie. Like that's the deepest I've been with black vaginas. Like I went half AIDS, not full AIDS. But interesting thing about a half black, half white girl, they get the brown vagina. 100% of the time, the black pussy. Yeah, those weird.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
I mean, it depends on what you're into. Like, do you watch like Jane Goodall documentaries and get aroused?
I don't watch Jane Goodall documentaries.
But if you did watch a chimpanzee documentary, would you? Would you get aroused?
Wow.
No. This isn't going where you think I'm going. What I'm trying to say is that black people's vaginas are a lot like monkeys.
Sometimes you just hurt my heart.
Now that I think about it, black people kind of look like monkeys. I wonder if anyone has made that distinction before. I might be the first.
H&M.
What about H&M?
Did you not hear how mad everybody is at H&M right now?
Please tell me.
Oh, because they put a little boy of color in a shirt that said something about monkeys, and they got really offended by it. But the mom was like, it's not racist. He just looks good in green, which he really looked adorable in green. And I mean, whatever. People can be offended, but I'm just upset for this poor little boy who worked his hardest so his mommy could get his money.
Yeah, but first of all, the, what was it called? The Macaulay Culkin Act of 1998 ensures that no child star's parents get all of their money. I think they can get like 30% until the age of 18, and it goes to the kid. Also, is that the only green shirt they have? The one green shirt they have? You're like, let's put it on the nigger. Let's just see what happens.
No, the other one said something like, I don't even remember. I just heard that part because that was the only, I didn't care about the white children, so I didn't listen to what their shirt said.
I mean, I would love for us to live in a society that is so colorblind they don't even see what's wrong with doing that. And that might, like, genuinely be...
It seemed like it was a genuine mistake, but you don't fuck up like that with the internet.
Well, I like that the mom thinks that the outrage was unwarranted.
Yeah. I mean, it's just... Oh, I guess it comes in all different colors. It says, coolest monkey in the jungle, is what the shirt said.
That's an adorable shirt. I will be buying one of those shirts for my nephew. Where can I find this shirt?
H&M, but they took it away, so you probably never find it.
I want to find one of those limited edition monkey t-shirts. So wait.
They may have just taken away the ad.
Why would they take away the shirt? Like, I understand, like, there was a recent controversy with Dove where it showed a black woman taking off her skin, like, kind of like using the Dove products, the exfoliating product, and then becomes a white woman.
Yeah.
And then, actually, that commercial was a bit longer, and she takes off her skin down, she's a brown woman,
cut that last part off.
blah, blah, blah. But they posted the cut-off version on their Instagram. That's their fault.
Of course they did, because they're idiots.
But that doesn't mean that they remove all Dove products because they fucked up on an ad. Like, obviously that this, like, I mean, really the intent was pure. I don't think there was some malicious intent by H&M to be like, let's subversively call black people monkeys in our advertising. You know, I've seen...
Yeah. The other little boy said, man group jungle survival expert with a tiger on it. But it was in orange.
And it was a white kid?
Yeah.
I mean, just swap the shirts. If you just swapped the shirts, it would have fucking solved everything. But green and black
so
looking together.
Badass though. He's just like, fuck with me. Fuck with me, people. Bring it.
Yeah, I'm a monkey. You know how strong we are? We have 3 times the grip strength of an average human. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess it's just like an oversight. Like, you shouldn't have to, like, there's nothing wrong with the shirt inherently, right? There's nothing wrong with a black kid wearing the shirt. But knowing the climate that we're in, you should kind of anticipate.
Think ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can totally see why people were offended. Like, I'm not taking that away from them. I feel bad for the kid.
But does this mean we can't have monkeys on t-shirts anymore? Because, like, I call my nephew Monkey. That's his nickname. Am I not going to be able to get him monkey-related things because black people might get offended? What about raccoons? I love raccoons.
Trash pandas.
Why am I saying raccoons? So weird.
I don't know.
And can I not have, like, a coon sitting on a porch? Is that racist now, too? What about a Jew in the oven? Is that racist? No, okay. There's obviously a line, but there's...
It's not fair. You're allowed. I'm not.
What?
I'm only allowed to make fun of women.
No.
I can't make fun of...
You can make fun of white people. There is so much to make fun of white people.
Yeah,
I wish I could make fun of white people. Yeah, exactly.
No, you can't.
Oh, yeah, and I do. Like, I wasn't finished yet.
You get to make fun of anybody that you want to in your life, except for women, because then they could come at you, but, like, you give a shit.
I identify as a velociraptor. On the scale of oppression, I actually outrank a white woman.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. You were little, you'd be a dog right now. And I was like, what? He's like, you wanted to be a dog when you were a kid, so now you could have been. And I was like, wow.
That's funny. Even though you may not identify as one, you still look a lot like one.
Thank you! That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I think I've said nicer things.
Darwinism at its finest, because people are fucking stupid.
What do you mean by that?
Tide Pods.
Yes, the Tide Pod challenge.
The Tide Pod challenge? Are you fucking kidding me?
I was inhaling Tide before it was a trend. I'll just say it that way.
It all makes sense now.
We were all passing around a thing of Tide to smell because it smelled really bad in our room at summer camp. And because we had one kid that stunk. And I went a little bit too hard into it and I actually accidentally snorted a bunch of Tide. Now, that might explain why I am the way that I am now, but not a good idea. Also, if you're just eating a Tide Pod, it's not that dangerous, right?
It's just gross. I mean, I think it is, though. Like, I think you actually have to go to the hospital and shit. Like, I think you can get poisoned. I know if kids eat it, they can get poisoned.
So what the fuck?
Or dogs.
Okay, first of all, why do they look so fucking appetizing?
They do look like candy.
They look amazing. If there's a candy that looked like that, I'd eat the fuck out of it. It's just like girls' tampons. Their little tampons come in these wrappers and make them look like fucking Tootsie Pops. You go in a girl's purse looking for Tic Tacs, you find that, you're like, oh, yum. You open it, and you're like, this is a weird lollipop. You put it in your mouth, it's all cottony, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Do you know how many times I've gone in a woman's purse and pulled out a tampon and be like, is this a candy? Can I eat it? Do you know how many times that's happened to me?
Too many?
Once, and it was super embarrassing. But that's all I need for them to want them to fucking change that.
Yeah, but they try to hide it because girls are so embarrassed that they bleed from their vaginas, like almost every other woman.
Wait, they do? All of them do?
Not all of them.
I feel like you guys all have a secret.
There's early onset menopause.
You guys are like, what's early? Like, what age would you get menopause? Like, 25 seems pretty old.
Like early 20s.
Just fuck off. People can go into menopause. So, my mom went through menopause, and like, okay, so it was the summer. So, I'm staying with them, and I'm up there, and they are, it's like the middle of, when was it? I don't know. It was like cold out. And, she has like
good story.
Thanks. The end.
The more you know. Carry on.
No, it was Christmas, and she has all the windows open. It's like minus like 40, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this happening? And then she's like, oh boy, tropical moment. She has hot flashes during her menopause, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, woman. Took me years to figure out what she meant.
Way to look at it, though. I mean. Most people just get really fucking angry.
Yeah, I'm like, why don't you just go outside and leave the rest of the house alone? Why Why did you open up every window? If you just open up one window and stood in front of it, it'd probably cool you down faster than going down and taking the effort of opening every fucking window.
You know what? She made the effort of not letting you die, so you let her open all the windows she wants.
She made an honest effort to kill me, but the abortion didn't take, and by then it was too late.
Awkward.
Kim Kardashian West has a baby girl via surrogate. How do you feel about surrogacy?
Oh, surrogacy is great. I just don't care about her.
Why?
Why don't I care about her, or why
are you pro surrogacy? Didn't you think it's like a weird practice?
I mean, I guess, but if you can't have kids and you want kids, I mean, some people can't adopt, so I guess.
Yeah, but like,
who
are the people that are having babies and just giving them away?
Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of surrogate. Because you have the one where it's like your egg and your person's sperm in her, so it has no attachment to her except for she's an oven. Or you have the one where it's actually her egg, which I don't think happens very often.
Oh, yeah.
Because normally when you do it that way, they'll take an egg donor, so it's less complicated.
Okay, so, but even
from
then,
what I understand, I could be fucking
putting someone else's eggs in your body seems like the most terrifying prospect in the world. Like, oh god, I would not want someone's cum or possible period being in my body. Like, it is a fucking bizarre thing.
Well, you couldn't because you're a dude and you don't have a womb. So
if I identify as a woman,
yay for you.
Transgender people said there are no biological differences between men or women. Therefore, I can have babies if I want, if I believe hard enough.
You can also fly if you believe. I believe I can fly.
You can't sexually identify as a bird and start flying, but you can sexually identify as a woman and start getting drinks bought for you at bars.
Is it that easy?
Hey, look who's here. You son of a bitch. You've missed some fucking great shit.
It was just the two of you.
And yet we put out fucking amazing content. So
we're hilarious.
There was this couple that said that they were caught having sex on like a flight, and you couldn't really see their faces, but she was just like giving him a lap dance and they were making out. So people were blowing this up like, oh, they were having sex. They didn't actually fuck, but they got in all this trouble for doing it because the girl was married and the guy was on his bachelor party trip. If a girl offered to give you a lap dance in a crowded plane, would you guys allow her to do it, even if you knew that the consequences could be this bad?
No, because she probably has syphilis.
She wasn't hot. Well, I'm seeing a picture of her face now. I'm like upset.
She wasn't hot?
No.
So are you saying like she's a stranger? Like it's not just a girl?
Stranger danger.
No, they were on a 7-hour flight. They met.
No, I mean if you're asking us if we accept a lap dance.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put you in this situation. You're this douchebag who is about to get married, and a girl like is like hitting on you and was like, "Yo, do you want me to give you a lap dance?" What do you say?
No, I'm married.
Oh, you're not married yet.
Oh, no, I'm getting married.
Okay, I think you're lying. Okay, how about you?
Yeah, I'm single. I'd let her.
I wouldn't allow it just because of the awkwardness. I would be making eye contact with every person around me. One time I was watching a sex scene in a movie on a flight, and I looked up and I made eye contact with a very young girl, and it was real uncomfortable because the movie was arousing me. The child killed my boner. Do you know what it's like to have a strange child murder your boner?
No, I don't.
It is a horrible feeling. But that's what they get for showing really sexy movies on planes, like Schindler's List. Yes.
I've seen sexier. Faces of Death 4.
Ooh, yum. My favorite part is seeing like a bunch of white people do dumb shit and be like, haha, for all the World Star videos that I've watched, at least there's not a bunch of black people killing themselves the way white people do. Good responses, everyone. I'm really glad you guys are.
I
really
don't watch
lively
white
today.
people killing themselves. I watch white people having their women stolen, though.
What is that?
I believe they call that cuck porn.
Ah, Jesus. What? See, this is my problem with a lot of porn. Is that porn, like, I'm one of the few people that needs to watch it for the story. Why? Because I just like the girls to be nice. I want to know that she's into it. I want to feel attractive, and I put myself in those situations where girls like coming on to a guy because they have never happened in real life, to my knowledge. And when they start going a little complex with the storylines, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I'll watch parody porn where they'll have really deep cuts towards, like, you know, Superman and shit. But when they, like, the major trend of, like, the way porn is going now, there's a lot of, like, you know, your favorite new porn stars and really great scenes. But the setup is all like, this is your stepsister. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, what is up with all that? I've been noticing that too.
Now, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes about why they found that attractive. I have a sister, but my sister's brown and therefore really unattractive. So for me, I've never been able to understand the appeal of being attracted to your sister because I've had a brown sister my whole life. But there are some of my friends with white sisters, and I'd be like,
no.
Yeah.
No. Because you grow up together. That's gross.
I grew up with people I went to school with. I'd still fuck half of them. That's not true,
different.
actually.
You won't have a mutant child.
At the time, you would have fucked half of them.
Yes. No, even now. Especially now, because they'd be way easier to get, because they've all let themselves go and have no hopes or dreams or aspirations anymore.
That's true. 10-year reunion.
Stop talking about me.
I wasn't invited to our reunion.
You weren't? Nobody was. It never happened.
Oh, that could be part of it.
You had a different reunion. Your reunion made it happen.
No, I was supposed to go to your reunion because that's when I graduated. But no, I guess I thought
you graduated in 2004.
No.
I don't know. I forget things you tell me. I'm a terrible friend.
Please don't tell people how old I am. I graduated in 2014, I think is what you meant. I'm 9 years old. I'm Doogie Howser.
It just took you that long.
I'm the good doctor. Yeah, it took me a really, really long time.
Can we not?
Oh, do you not like that show? Because it's about autism?
No, I haven't watched it. I liked Atypical. That's also about autism.
Yeah.
Why are you bugging her about autism?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention Raymond's a retard.
Oh, that's very nice.
Wow, yours.
He thought that was a natural reaction to that comment. Oh my god. What were we talking about? Okay, yeah, weird porn categories. People with white sisters, I could kind of get it. Stepsister thing is really weird. My parents aren't divorced, so I don't know what that would be like, but I think that'd also be super weird. And then they go with stepmom as well, which is an even weirder one because it's like, or I mean, they just sometimes just go for it. They're like, no, this is my biological brother. And I'm like, oh no, why would you? First of all, I'm worried about the porn stars that are agreeing to do that. Like, you're willing to fuck on camera for money. Like, that should be your limit. At the point, it's like, I need you to call him your brother. And then your family's like, we're really disappointed in her when she started fucking guys on film, but we were really disappointed in her when she started pretending it was Jimmy. Like, it must be so hard on the families to watch these videos, which I'm sure they
Why are they watching them to begin with?
You listen, you gotta support your kids in all endeavors. If my daughter was a stripper,
We're your number one fan.
which she probably will be, I will definitely go to all of her shows.
Oh.
And cover her up immediately if she gets on stage and be like, what are you doing with your life? Please come home.
Okay, so I
I
think
made
the
you
step
better
thing,
than that.
the step sibling or step parent thing is just to flirt with the taboo because it's not really, you know, like if it was in real life, that person's not related to you.
Yeah, but when it comes to taboo, I never really understood that because, yeah, it's not socially acceptable to bang your siblings because you end up like the pharaohs. But if it's also not socially yes, dead.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, the last pharaoh born was so mentally retarded. He was like so deformed he could barely move.
Yeah, his name was Apocalypse.
Yeah, he was all blue and shit. It was super weird. And when you look at like black people, they shouldn't vote. That's what I was getting towards. What were we talking about? I fucking zoned out.
I'm talking about how much I hate
incest taboo.
Oh yeah, it's okay. No one else is taboo. Having sex with your printer. All right, people would be like, "What the fuck? You're fucking your printer? You fucking weirdo! Ink is so expensive. It's cheaper to take a girl in the
feeling good.
What was that?
Just can't see that feeling good.
We can strap a fucking flashlight to the top of your printer. What I'm saying, there's like a bunch of weird shit that's taboo. Why haven't those made mainstream? And what's the appeal of this one? It like really worries me that these are the trending videos, because I look around now, the people at work, I work with a bunch of dudes, and I look around and I'm like, which one of you motherfuckers are the ones that want to bang your sisters? And I want to actually find out, I want to do a psychological study on these people. I want to find out if they actually have siblings, and if their siblings are hot, and if there's a correlation. Like, is this just porn around people with hot siblings that just like need to get in that headspace to get it out of them? Or is this people without siblings that are like fantasizing about having a girl like right there next to them at all times that their parents won't mind having around that they can bang?
I think it's the latter.
Okay.
Because there's if you've had the type of sibling like in those porns you wouldn't want, like if you've had an older sibling, you wouldn't want like to bang like someone pretending to be an older sibling.
Unless you're Japanese hentai.
Yeah. But even then it's like, because you have such a negative, probably negative experience with said sibling, it's like the idea of older siblings should turn you off.
Yeah, I mean, there's
have that. If you have a younger instead and you want the fantasy of an older sibling, there's like no problem, because you were the older sibling.
Okay, so you're saying even if the guy has a younger sister, he might watch a porn about an older sister teaching her brother how to have sex. Oh god, these things are so fucking disturbing. Like, it makes my stomach churn, and it worries me how popular it is. Like, it is so fucking bizarre. Why can't good old POV porn just come back into fashion? Thank God for things like babes.com for really putting out high quality normal content of just black guys fucking white women in beautiful lighting settings.
Is that who's sponsoring us?
Yeah, we're sponsored by babes.com. Would you like to see Kendra Sutherland, library girl, get fucked by a bunch of black guys? Well, that is perfect if you want to go to babes.com. Check out all their high quality, super classy, not incestuous content at babes.com.
I prefer blackedraw.com.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. I feel like I was going my whole life without having this conversation, but now I've had it.
I enjoy the color contrast. It's very visually pleasing.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I'm okay with girls enjoying the sex, so I guess it's not really the site for me. Kayla, what kind of porn do you watch?
None of y'all business. I'm a lady.
Okay, so you're the one watching the incestuous porn. For sure.
Oh god, no. That is the one thing that I don't watch, for sure. That's so gross. I have a brother, so that's just nasty to me.
Your brother's hot, though.
Apparently, but it's gross as fuck.
I don't know, would you watch a porn about twin sisters?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
No.
I'm watching one right now.
Yeah, those Russian girls are crazy.
I once hooked up with two Asian chicks at a party, and it was kind of like they were sisters, because all Asian people look the exact same.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have been cousins.
Oh, even weirder. Because there's a good 45 minutes of them doing stuff to each other, and like 30, 40 painful seconds of me just weeping while I came.
Did you know
I
incest
want to be a part of a podcast with you.
Did you know incest isn't illegal in over half the world? In over half the world, it's okay.
What, are those half the world Muslim countries?
No, actually. There's a bunch of European ones.
That is
The
really
royal
weird.
family, man.
That is real fucking weird. See, there's a biological imperative to avoid incest. Like, when you grow up with someone, generally you're not attracted to them because you've grown up with them. The same reason why the only brown girls I ever grew up around were ones I was related to. So
Western
now
market
my dick can't get hard for a caramel chick. I feel bad because my parents would be thrilled if I brought home a brown chick, but I can't do it. It's the white ones that get me going.
Why don't
Closer
you
to
just have
pierogi,
Anne put
the
on
harder my
brown
bone.
face makeup?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I think you might just solve racism. I just need white chicks in blackface, and I can totally get it up for the caramel honeys. But yeah, I understand that. Like, so for me, biologically, I am not like I'm a monkey. I'm not attracted to the people in my clan. So to see so many people go against their programming really, really worries me. In fact, I think anyone who looks at that type of shit, where that stuff is illegal in half the world, and they're looking at that type of porn, they should probably be put on a list. Same thing with guys who watch lolly, like hentai with young people. Put on a list. Same people who watch gay porn. Put them on a list. We need to know who they are.
Now. So you can date them?
Yeah.
So we can have access to their Pornhub histories.
Yeah. I'm like, I need to find these good videos. I don't like looking for them because I feel gay. But if you had a playlist for me to just tune into, that'd be great.
You can
So
just
when you
accidentally
type in the
click the
search
playlist.
that you feel bad.
Can we all agree, though, when you are on a porn site that doesn't filter out videos based on orientation, when you're looking through thumbnails and then you come across a dude getting blown by another dude, it just ruins your entire jerk-off experience?
Yeah, or like, you know, you're trying to look for solo female videos and it's tagged solo female, but it's a dude.
With a
And
really
it's not
high-pitched
even like a
voice.
trans woman, it's just a dude.
Yeah, trans screws me up too, because sometimes you
Being a
can't tell
guy
by the
sucks.
thumbnails. You're like, ooh, this girl looks like she could be passable because I have 4 tabs open. And then you open it up, and all of a sudden she just busts out a dick when it's in full screen, and you're like, god damn it. I
If
have to
it's-
start
And
this-
now you're on
If
that
it's her
list.
giving a blowjob, then you don't need to know because you don't see anything else.
I mean, I would still know, though.
No, but I mean, if you didn't know, like it wouldn't affect you that much if you learned afterwards.
Dude, I can't even get hard if the girl doesn't seem nice in the video. Like, I'm so specific.
I need her to have really good manners.
I look her up on Twitter and see how she talks to people sometimes. And there's certain porn stars I am very attracted to, but I will not
Wow.
watch.
A lot of
because
work.
you can tell that they're just like, you know, this is just for money. I want the ones that like really enjoy it, that are having fun, that don't look like they're trapped inside of a basement, strapped to a wooden, you know, fence post, being
Those
beaten
are
by
always the
whips.
newbies.
There's this like e-fucked video of some porn star like having a meltdown on set and she starts throwing things and having tantrums.
Yeah, I watched a porn bloopers video with my friends once as like a joke, and it really ruined porn for me. Now I was like, oh, these are people with feelings? Like, I'm not sure if I can do this anymore. And then when I saw
But you
girls
still
getting
do.
really upset, now every time that I like watch it, I look in their eyes. I'm like, is she crying behind the scenes right now? Does she like the person she was paired up with? Do they seem like they're into? But you can't watch couples porn because they don't know how to hold a fucking camera. They can't frame a goddamn shot properly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they're not, and you can tell they're like, the funny thing is that like couples porn is faker than like porn stars porn, because porn stars are pros. Like, if they're not enjoying it, they fake it, or a lot of times they've learned how to enjoy their job. Whereas couples try to turn it on for the cameras, and it's not what they're used to. So it's like, you can tell that there's like a little bit of awkwardness. There's like moments where the guy's like, "Oh, we're gonna say this stuff," because usually just, you know, missionary in silence while Netflix plays in the background until one of us falls asleep. So now that we're making this video, or is this what we're doing now? And it comes out a lot more fake and not as
What
genuine.
about a seasoned amateur that has like made like 2 years of videos already?
See, that's why I mentioned Kendra Sutherland, because when she moved from webcamming with guys to actually doing professional porn, you can tell as someone who, like, she's getting paid a lot of money. This is obviously her choice. She had options. And now she seems like she really loves the craft. And by the craft, I mean giant... By craft, I mean giant black dicks. And, yeah. And, like, you know, she seems like she's happy. It's cool. There's certain porn stars that perform with their spouse. One comes to mind, Wifey, but she's kind of old. But there are people that do that, and there's like Pornhub verified people that do that, and they do a better job. So, I mean, it's out there if you look for it. But if you're looking on trending, you're just getting incest porn and anal. Neither of which I'm very into. I'm glad we went through this, guys. I feel like this brought us like
We know a lot
close
more about
together.
each other.
We know nothing about Kayla's habits though, so
We know a little bit. She's into gaping porn. She likes
Oh
gay.
my god!
And she,
That's terrifying.
She's really into the Czech pickup videos where they just like walk around the Czech
I
streets.
have
and, like,
different moods, so I like to explore my options. I don't watch just one genre.
Do you have a dual screen monitor and you do split screen on both? So you have 4 tabs set up so you can move your head side to side and watch different videos depending on how your mood is while you're jerking off?
I'm a very complex individual.
You have a penis, right? you know what this is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You knew that, right?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Your voice is just high pitched for a dude. Oh, do you have a favorite porn site? You at least have to give the people that.
I just always watch Pornhub because I'm boring.
Pornhub is fine. There's lots of content on there. How about you, Ray? What's your favorite?
Pornhub. Sometimes X Hamster. For like really like, I guess, raw is the wrong word to use here, but I'll use it. Raw amateur stuff. I go on Tumblr tags.
Oh, smart.
Yeah,
Lots of
I've
sleuths
been
there.
told Tumblr is the best porn site ever, but I haven't discovered any of this porn on Tumblr, and I'm really sad about it.
That's interesting.
It's actually kind of sad because a lot of the girls on there are pretty damaged and messed up.
Which
They
is
have
why
nice,
you get
they
off
have
it.
nice tits, so I bookmark it anyways.
Your standard.
Yes.
Your standard for getting off is real low. One of my favorite porn sites is PornMD because it forces you to search very specifically to get what you want, and that's what I like. Because it doesn't allow things that aren't searched to go in there. That's all we'll talk about this week. Thanks everyone for listening. That was real fucking weird.
Okay, bye.
Bye.